Lala showed up. Howie's daughter ended up bringing Send It to Daryl merch for Howie and her to wear. Now, Howie was like, no, to his daughter. We've got to keep it neutral. But after Lala sort of clowned on Howie for the Tom Scandival of it all interview, his first interview that really was just so cringe at the end of the day. And then, hey, dude, you want to shave my mustache? Yeah, that whole moment. Lala was like, okay, fine. I made fun of you on social media. You clap back a little at me. We need to sit down together and do a podcast. Let's sit down together and do a podcast. You want to break bread with me? I'll break bread with you. And I think that's, I mean, again, that's just another thing that at the end of the day, I'm not mad at. Actually, let me just play it for you. This is what Lala said. Hold on. I'm going to bring it up because it's a lot easier that way. On Give Them Lala podcast, it was revealed that Howie's daughter brought them both Send It to Daryl sweatshirts to wear to the Sandoval interview, but Howie said they had to stay neutral.
That we didn't talk about today on the mic with Howie was that when he did the interview with Sandoval, his daughter came in wearing a Send It to Daryl sweatshirt. And Howie said, you got to take it off.
And brought one for him. She brought one for him.
Yeah.
That was what they were talking about? Oh, my God. He said, you got to take it off.
Yeah. And she brought one for him to wear. And he was like, we can't.
Yeah. And she
we have to remain neutral.
She was micromanaged.
Good for Jackie. Jackie, she's very sweet and she has killed it every time. It's like, I know that Howie got dragged, but I feel like, and Jackie got, like she said, I was talking to her today and she was like, no, I feel like I got dragged. But I'm like, I saw a lot of people saying Jackie saved it. So
I will say, no, she did. There was a lot of things that she, like good little side comments after Howie would make it, like his rant, she would be like, that's not the one.
The one thing I want to say that we didn't talk about today on.
That's not the one. Yeah, that's not the one. All right. There was another one, though, that I wanted to share with you guys, too, because Lala did also discuss what it would have been like to have Jax and Brittany and Kristen on Vanderpump Rules. Here, hold on. Let me play this for you guys. Oh, also, Ebony Dix, are people willing to film with her? Then no high pay. 1, thank you for the super chat. And 2, the only person I could think that would be willing to film with her, 2 people, Tom Sandoval and Tom Schwartz, maybe Tom Schwartz, but I feel like if Tom Schwartz knows what's good for him, he is not going to do that. Peep this.
The reunion that much better though, because it just showed like how much of a liar he really was.
Yeah.
And how much he was like training Raquel on what to say.
Oh,
like it became so obvious.
Loves a good training process.
Oh my gosh.
Thrive off of it.
Oh my gosh. Jax always loves this question. And I want to ask you, if Jax and Kristen Doty were on the show, do you think that it would have came out sooner? Because I have a feeling that as soon as you started having your suspicions, Kristen would have
MacGyvered that
so deep.
And I would have had someone to talk to about this. I didn't have anyone. Like Katie was in a difficult position because she's going into business with Ariana.
Yep.
No one wanted to like hear me on this.
But it made
nobody wanted to hear her. And that makes a lot of sense too. Well, for those of you guys who don't know, right now, Vanderpump Rules, again, I said this at the beginning, but if you're just coming into the room, they picked up cameras again this week. We've already seen a little bit of Ariana and Katie Maloney filming outside of the sandwich shop, which looks great, exciting, right? But now we see where Bravo and Cocktails has also posted that Tom Schwartz was filming with Lisa Vanderpump and DJ James Kennedy at Tom Tom. So they were having this conversation and there were a few fans who were on the outside looking in and they saw the awkward exchange, but they said it looked like Tom Schwartz was trying to make amends with James and brought him a plant for his housewarming gift. Okay, so good. Listen, you can't have it all. We're getting somewhere. It doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to be on the other side of the hill or whatever you guys want to call it, but it's somewhere, especially with this group. You really don't know what's going to happen. So I think as long as we have movement, I feel like that's probably something that's got to be worth something, right? Because it can't just be stale every single time, because then that's only going to end up being a problem for everybody who's watching. Now, there are a few theories about what's going to happen this season. Everybody knows that it's going to still focus on Raquel and Tom and Ariana, and everyone's still hoping that they're going to get a scene with Ariana and Raquel. I'm just here to tell you guys, I don't think that that's going to happen. I think that Ariana has drawn her line in the sand, and I don't foresee her sitting down at all. I was even reading on Twitter where some fans were like, wait, this is kind of bullshit because she's happy now. She's with another guy. If she's happy with this new guy, why won't she film with Raquel and Tom and just like rub it in their face? One does not negate the other. Just because she's happy and in a happy, committed relationship, a new relationship, by the way, this all happened in March, April, May, June. We're going into July. Yes, I know. That was a 10-year relationship. So yes, even though she's happy in a relationship, she can still be getting pissed off and be like, I don't want to talk to that asshole. Why should I have to? I don't want to, and that could be Raquel or Tom. At the end of the day, I don't know. The thing that I want to see the most or hear the most, listen to, is the Howie and Lala podcast at this point. I think that this is going to be the best, and I want to see if she goes in on him or she's not going to hold back. She won't hold back. All right, guys, I think it's time to switch it up from the Vanderpump Rules of it all, because we spend so much time on Scandival, and while I'm happy that they're filming again so we don't spend too much time without them, I am also equally just as happy that the show has come to an end and we can move on. I just wish that they would have put some better Housewives shows after it, like Real Housewives of Atlanta and OC. I feel like we could have done just a little better. Anyways, let's go over to New Jersey. That's what they should have done. They shouldn't have put New Jersey and Vanderpump Rules so close together, but that's what they did. And we're going to get into it. I don't know if you guys peeped this, but there was an interview. Well, there was a lawsuit first, but there's also an interview, a Siggy Flicker interview. Did you guys catch this? I'm kind of hoping you did. All right. So Siggy Flicker, right? She went on All About the Real Housewives podcast, and she went on to give her first sort of tell-all as to what happened. Her side of the story, if you will, when she left the show. So her side of the story is she was bullied. She says this: when I was on the show with Margaret Josephs. They brought me on as her friend. I didn't know the woman. Look at her house. I wouldn't go in the house. She's never been in my kitchen, not in Long Island, not in Boca Raton, and not in New Jersey. So she's going in on this, and she's talking about how she loves Teresa, doesn't have a problem with Melissa. Jacqueline Larita is so authentic, and Margaret Josephs is the devil. She said that there was a moment during one of the seasons where her stepchildren came home and said, hey, we just want to let you know that we talked to mom.